All right. Oh, it's cloudy and raining. I just hope it doesn't rain when I'm making the video. Anyway, uh, today I thought I would share a rather very different topic. Out of the many people who follow my channel, I have a few Sri Lankans. Okay, and I'm glad that these Sri Lankans who follow my my channel, some of them are very mature. Mature in the sense they have years of experience, age on their side, wisdom that comes from life lessons. So there's one gentleman who always sends me emails. He always sends me emails and updates, and he even forwards my articles to other people. So I really appreciate. But I'll not reveal his name because of the current crisis that is happening in Sri Lanka. He sent me a letter. He had sent me a letter with regards to the situation in Sri Lanka, and then I emailed him and I asked him if we could have a video session where I could ask him a few questions of what is happening, and if he wanted me to relay his message to the world. Means limited in whatever way I can. He responded by saying that the internet is non-existent. Electricity only comes for a few hours. And mind you, this guy is not like he's not like super poor or anything. But he is, he's not super rich either. So he said electricity is hardly there. The situation is not good. The only way I can get to you is through text messages or this message I'm typing to you from my phone, the email. So I kind of understood that it would be hard for him, so I didn't pursue the matter. So now he sent me an email today, and I thought this was a fitting message to share with all of you. This will just give you a few ideas as to, or it'll give you the mental framework of the people in Sri Lanka. Okay. Now, right off the bat, let me tell you, I absolutely have no idea about Sri Lanka. I do not know what is life over there. I do not know. I only know maybe the capital is Colombo or something. So I'm not going to act like I know everything, and I'm not the type who'll Google search and try to act like he knows, because all of us, we get our information through Google search. The only thing I am aware of is that their president or whoever is running the country, he kind of reminds me of Danny Tejero of the Hollywood, the Machete star. He looks like that. Their president or whatever looks like a buzzard. His eyes are swollen and face is sagging. That comes when you drink too much, eat too much, drink too much, and maybe a little bit of drugs, recreational. But I'm not saying that. Now, don't take a clip of my video and say, oh, see, he has alleged the president is into drugs. I'm just saying that a face that is heavy and sagging with big baggy eyes belongs normally to people who do this. Heavy, they are hardcore drinkers. At least alcohol is 100%. About recreational drugs, I don't know, but there's a possibility. So this guy, he looks like a guy who takes lots of alcohol. At least as for me. And out of whatever I could get from Al Jazeera and REUTERS, what I realized is this guy is he's not actually competent in running the country. And I'll give you just two small examples. The first example is like, for example, farmers and fertilizers. When you're a farmer and you have agriculture as your profession, you're looking at ensuring to make sure the produce is healthy and you can sell it. This idiot of this country's leader, he has banned fertilizers and saying no, grow them organically. He's He's going back to prehistoric times. He's a bloody idiot because he's living a life of luxury, earning, living happy and rich, and I'm sure his life is pretty comfortable. But the poor farmers who have to make a living, he's making them suffer. So, I mean, that shows you're not in touch with reality. You're an idiot. The second thing is, or the biggest one is, you've taken so much of debt. What the fuck are you doing to your country, man? You're running your country to the ground to the point where they are unable to pay their loans. Now they don't have money for electricity. In fact, I chatted with the Sri Lankan who is not based in Sri Lanka. He said people who have money, even people who are rich, they're unable to get electricity. Even if they pay more, they have to get generators. And for generators, you have to pay fuel. So that makes it more expensive. So it's like, even though I have money, I'm unable to live a decent life. And then obviously now there's chaos where people are so fed up. They're taking onto the streets. There's no electricity. If there's no electricity, there's no water. I mean, how can you survive and sustain? And he's saying people are literally thinking it's better to kill themselves, They have to pay rent, and, you had the COVID situation, you had the recession, and now you have an incompetent government. And the guy doesn't want to leave the chair of power, even though he's fucking useless. It's like having a girlfriend or a boyfriend who is absolutely a bum, and they still want to enjoy the perks and benefits and don't want to leave. It's messed up, man, messed up. Anyway, these are my thoughts. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Okay, like I told you, I'm being honest about it. I seriously don't know anything about Sri Lanka, but I give you my views based on what I see. I use simple common sense and logic, Okay, this is what he said. Dear Loy, right now Sri Lanka is under 36 hours of curfew. How will that go is anybody's guess. I've sent out this text to many people, and this is what he has sent. I'm not revealing his name, from whatever his name is. Let's call him Mr. P. Okay. I want to walk to town today. I went to walk to town today, Sunday morning, starting at 9 a.m., making sure that I had a COVID mask on. He sent this message to his, group people. The purpose is to defy the government curfew. My home is 2 miles from a town on a hill, referred to as Dia Bibila by the people of the area. Dia Bibila, okay, by the people of the area. I have no idea how many will defy the curfew order. Just be careful because, these army or these police force, they will just shoot, Maybe they gain instruction not to shoot. You have just one mad person who can do that, then, just be careful. Okay. My defiance will not take the form of carrying any placards. If the police ask me what I'm doing, I will just say I'm going to the town to get myself something to eat. If they order me to go back home, I will ask why. So I will, but only after indulging in some small talk with them, if they seem tolerant of it. See, this is the sad thing. There are people who are cool, calm, composed, who are good people, who don't want violence. But then the government portrays the people as bad. They'll only show the violent ones. And that is the excuse that they'll give for attacking them. Especially like, for example, the protesters, they set fire to the bus. And it's not like everyone's doing that. Yeah, that is not good. But then if you don't have food to eat, you don't have water to drink, you don't have a place to work, you can't stay in your house. And your leader is enjoying all the perks and benefits of a good life. Won't you get angry? Your expenses are not going to go away. Your bank loans are not going to get cancelled. But you're not allowed to even live or earn, or won't you go mad? Okay. It will drive people mad. Seriously, if you can't earn and you have to pay your bills and you are an able-bodied person, but you can't work because of the incompetence of a government, you will go mad, right? Okay. Some will say that there is a risk of them shooting me, which I stated, and tossing my body into a pit with others, so deal with it. But I don't think this will really happen. Just be careful, that's all I say. Our population is 22 million. Ooh, that's big. And they can't possibly do that with all of us and get away with it. True, but always remember, those who will suffer a loss in their family or injury, why would you want to take that risk? Okay, anyway, it's easy for me to talk. All news sites worldwide are carrying the news of the crisis here. Of course, I know that 2 weeks from now, all except 0.01% of the world will not know that there was a country called Sri Lanka. Yeah, that's a fact. They don't give a fuck to countries that are poor, or, like for example, if there is killing in Syria and killing in Iraq, they don't bother to mention in the media. Millions may die killed by US. Okay. But in France, if there is 7 people died because of a Muslim guy, oh, the whole world will unite. Facebook will give you, option to change your Facebook photograph. They'll say, pray for France. And, like for example, what is happening now? Football, they have banned Russia. International games, Olympics, they have banned Russia. Yeah, but they never ban USA. They never ban Israel. They used to say, don't bring politics into football if anybody would talk about the plight of Syria or Palestine. But now it's okay to talk about the plight of the people of Ukraine. So that double standards always exist. Okay, the unemployment of the government is such that I can't see any policeman or soldier turning nasty, because they know they will be next on the mat. It looks as though YouTube has already totally disabled around 12 hours ago. I don't know if YouTube is allowed or not allowed in Sri Lanka, but one thing I do know is, if any social media talks against a country, I think they will clamp it down. That's what happened with Russia. That's what other countries have started to do now. If you speak against a country, which makes sense, because you want to ensure that you're in a country, you can't start flaunting its laws. Okay, the website is operated from London, but I'm sure the government knows it hardly matters. Almost nobody knows English anymore in the country. Then he has sent a link of a Colombo Telegraph, which I'll put in the comment section below. It's an article. I want you to have a look. It's titled Anarchy or Orderly Alternative. Most contributors live abroad. Go ahead and say things. At least those who are abroad will gobble it up. I find ways of keeping them informed. Best regards, Mr. P. Okay. See, overall, what I can tell you is, I can literally sense the pain in his letter. And obviously, when the previous letter that he had sent me, he stated about not having food. Some people don't have food. They don't have money to buy oil. They don't have money to buy wheat, flour, rice. I mean, how do you survive? How do you feed your family? You can't go to work. There's no electricity at home. There is no water. The country is in curfew. You have your bills to pay. The bank is not going to say, okay, don't need to pay your loans. Electricity is not going to say, don't need to pay this month's electric bill. Rent is not going to be free. And you have hands and legs. You want to work. But the government, because of its stupidity, you can't work. I mean, I don't know how people in Sri Lanka are surviving. Anyway, I wanted to share this. I know it's not going to do anything big. I know hardly anyone is going to watch this video. But I just thought I would do my bit to show my support to the people in Sri Lanka. Especially who are family people, like people like us, like you and me. We don't want drama. We don't want fights. We don't want, a crisis. We just want to earn our livelihood and feed our family. We don't want even to get into politics. But then, what can you do if someone doesn't allow you to even earn your living, live a life, earn money, feed your family? You know, that is why people are even sending Loy, it's better I die. You know, you feel so bad when they say, me and my family, we are thinking of just, you know, death. It's a terrible way to live, man. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Please put down your comments down below, and I hope this message goes to a few Sri Lankans, and they educate people like us who do not know anything of Sri Lanka, and that bum of a leader, hey idiot, yeah. You enjoy a good life, you are having your 3 square meals, you have a good house and everything, and you're fucking up the people. If you're not competent, you don't know how to be a leader, just fucking leave. You have enough money, you have a good life, you will not suffer. At least let somebody else run the country who can take care of its people. This is a problem with greed and corruption. You know? Once they get a taste of power and corruption, they don't want to let go. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. I just hope this problem gets sorted out. Alright? You guys take care. It's me signing off. Chalo.